living at Shuri Castle at this time. So we have the king and his daughter is married to Amawari, and then the king's wife is actually the daughter of another Aji named Gosamaru. So Gosamaru, originally he's the Aji in Yomitan village at Zakimi Castle, but eventually he moved to Nakagusuku Castle. So Gosamaru's daughter is married to the king. The king's daughter is married to Amawari. So they're all blood related by basically using their daughters through marriage. So Amawari goes to the king and he says, Gosamaru is actually plotting against you. And so he's able to convince the king to go check up on Gosamaru. Tomorrow one of the groups will look at him more closely and you'll see his side of the story, but basically the king ends up agreeing and saying, okay, I do think Gosamaru is plotting against me. So Amawari leads the king's men. They go to Gosamaru's castle at the time, the castle, Nakagusuku Castle, and they fight the men there. Gosamaru says, I have not done anything wrong. I'm a good guy. He actually commits suicide and kills everyone in his family except his youngest son to say, I'm innocent. We were not plotting against you. But no matter what happened, Gosamaru is now out of the picture. So all that point is left is the king and then also Amawari out here. So Amawari's wife goes to her father along with her attendant and says, actually, Amawari's plotting against you. So the king comes, they fight, Amawari gets killed. The king's daughter actually returns, marries her attendant. Later, her attendant gets killed when there's a different overthrow, and then she ends up alone and dies in the south by herself. But anyway, so Amawari is taken out of the picture there too. So we're not really sure what happened if Gosamaru was truly a bad guy, if Amawari was truly a bad guy. Maybe it was actually the king plotting the whole thing to get rid of these two men who had a lot of power. We're not sure to this day, but for a long time people looked down on Amawari because they said he was a bad guy, he was plotting against the king. But the people in this community still strongly support him. As an example of this, so my friend is from this area. And so one day me, her, and another friend were out doing sort of history things. And we got close to Gosamaru's grave, so we decided we were going to go visit it. And it just happened that day Gosamaru's family was visiting the grave, so there were lots of guys there visiting, so we said, okay, we'll wait for a minute. And so my two friends at that time, they're both single, so they were joking, oh, there's a lot of single men here, maybe we could go meet someone new here. And then my friend from this area said, no, once they find out I'm from Katsuren, they would never want me to marry into the Gosamaru's family because I'm from the enemy side. So I don't think she truly believed that with her heart, but you know, that idea is still alive in Okinawa to this day. Yeah, so we'll go up. I did not expect it to be pouring right now. I forgot, even though I told you guys to bring umbrellas, I don't believe I brought an umbrella today. But we'll go inside in the museum, buy the tickets. Hopefully the rain will stop by then. And then you'll be able to have, basically we'll set a time to meet back up at the bus. If anybody wants to go up to the castle with me, we'll set a meeting time for that. But otherwise you can just have free time and learn at your own pace and do what you would like to do, okay? So just follow me inside the museum and then we'll set some times for meeting and such. And I'll get you guys your tickets.